Well, good morning, my friends. How is everybody today? I thought I would do a bit of a stitch with me today. Um, First of all, to work on the new project that I just absolutely positively had to start beyond a doubt because I saw my friend Barb is such an enabler. And she showed this to me, and it has been on Heaven and Earth site for forever. Did I ever notice it before? No. Did she show it to me last week? Yes. Did I immediately fall in love with it? Yes. This is probably going to be another 5-year project, but it was one I just had to stitch. So, that being said, what I thought I would do today is work on it. Now, I did start a little bit, so I started without you. My apologies. But I just had to get some stitches in. Um, but what I thought I'd do today is use, instead of Pattern Keeper, use the other app that is on both iPad and Android, which is Markup RXP. For those of you that are iPad users and did not want to buy an Android or a Kindle and go through that downloading things to use Pattern Keeper on a Kindle, this app will work on an iPad. And since they did the last update, in all honesty, I am liking it every bit as much as Pattern Keeper. The other thing is, it has a lot of other perks that Pattern Keeper doesn't have. So I'm just going to show you those real quick. I have to want to use my mouse here, and I can't do that. I have to use my screen. I always, anyway. Um, what we are in now is called the markup screen, and this is where the middle icon here uh, highlights your color. So if you just have that pink and tap on it will highlight. Now, to get rid of this uh, bar that comes across is the sensitivity that it detects your symbol in. So if it's not picking up all your symbols, you can change that sensitivity. Okay. This icon, which would be this one, is to move your pattern around. Okay. This icon, which looks like a pencil, oh, golly, do it. Oh no, wait, what did I hit something here that well, while I'm on this screen, this particular screen will show you all the colors that are on the current page that you are stitching, so that let me see if I can make this. Well, I can't make this one a little bigger, but it will tell you what symbols are on the page and how many stitches of that particular symbol there are to do. This P is because I've already stitched some and I have a parked thread. So that's nice for those of you that stitch page by page and you want to pull just the colors on that particular page. You can do that. Now I'm back to the markup mode. There are some words across the top here. The key I don't really use anymore because with this last update, your pattern, especially Heaven and Earth designs, will come into markup with the numbers already associated with the symbol. So you just have to look up here in this box and it will tell you the symbol how many stitches are in that color on this particular page and how many you stitch. So it will, that number will come down and it will tell you how many you have left. And then right here is the color number. And right here, I hope you're seeing my, I think you are, yeah, is what the color should be so that you can tell that. So all of that is here right now. That was the biggest thing that kept me from using this particular app. The key one I don't use. There is a place for you to put in pictures, and then there is this info tab. This tab is awesome. Oops, got to do it on here. Okay, so this tells me I already stitched 49 stitches today. I have 3 parked. It tells me how many stitches total. It tells me how many I still have to do, how my percentage completed, how long I worked on it. And then you go over here, and now I actually stitched these 49 stitches yesterday. So in this column, it will tell me my number for today, my time. I can put a target for the day. Just for kicks and giggles, I put 350. It will tell me if I reach the target. And when I reach the target, you get little confetti comes over your screen. And this circle, okay, I don't think you could see it. Okay, I'm gonna move it over a bit. This circle here is like a pie that tells you how much you, let me make this window a little bigger for now. Okay, it's like a pie that tells you how much is completed. Then you have your stitch rate per day, your average stitching per day, how many days it will take you to complete it, how many, a tentative completion date. Now, if I only stitch 49 stitches a day, it's going to take me till 2041. Well, I need to stitch more than that because in 2041, I will be 90 years old and I don't think I will be stitching at that point in time. And I only had 1 active stitching day. So it gives you all that information, which is truly very, very nice. I am very happy to have an app that will show me those statistics without having to keep them separately. And then I can go back into markup. Oh, back into markup mode. There we go. And over here, is the wheel, and that's your where you can configure. It tells you what the chart is, which is autumn church frame. I loaded it in yesterday. It gives me the statistics right there. I can, if I need to, adjust the grid. So this was a concern in previous updates where the grid that the program uses wasn't matching necessarily the grid on the chart. So it could be adjusted. So I could show that grid. And if you look at mine, the red now is the grid of the program. So it is now matching the grid of my chart. So if I would stitch this whole block of 100, and I'm going to do it over here, since I have nothing stitched there, and I can undo it easily. If I hold on this block, let me do it with my finger. Oh, I have to be in markup. If I hold on this block, I'll get a box. This box, I can mark the whole square, and this box comes up when you want to park. So if I want to park a thread, it gives me the option. Now, this program does not yet have the ability to preset that parking the way Pattern Keeper does. But if I were to stitch that whole square of 100 stitches, I could say mark up the square, and it will mark the whole square. Or that's especially nice when you're putting a pattern in here that you already have things done on. Instead of having to mark each individual stitch, you can mark by the square. Okay, so I am going to, there's a little undo over here, which I'm out of your, there we go, undo button. So if I hit the undo, it will all go away. Or I could tap on each individual one and they would all go away. You have to be in the markup mode, which is the pencil, in order to do that. So the other things that are in your settings, you can adjust, you can add your diagonals here. You can pick whichever you want. You can adjust the width of your lines or your grid. You can thicken the grid lines. You can pick your colors for what you want, your grid lines, your center line, your diagonal lines, your parked color. You can change all your colors. You can say you want your symbols to be just an outline when they're highlighted, or you want the whole thing highlighted. You want it as a square or a circle, and you want it maybe to ignore already stitched or marked stitches. That's a personal preference. I let it show me the marked stitches because I use that as a reference. And you can only show you, if you want to, rather than have your symbols show through all 40 pages or however many pages it is, you can have them just show on the page that you're working on. And then you can have them show up light, medium, or solid. If you pick solid, you won't see the symbol through the color. Medium, you'll still see it. Light, you'll really see it well. I picked medium because if you go light and you have light colors, you could get a little confused. And then you have the ability, say you're putting in, say, okay, Sir Frederick Frosty, say I'm going to put him into this app. I can, and I have several pages done. On this screen, I can mark all the stitches on that page at one time. Or I can mark all the symbol cells. So that's if you're working on something that's not full coverage. You can mark all the cells with the symbol that have a symbol in them. You can mark all the selected symbol cells, or you can clear all the markup. And of course, then you can set things back to default if you need to. And then here at the bottom is where I picked, I'm going to do 350 a day, and my stitch count is going to cut off at 3 a.m. You can pick midnight, 1, 2, 3, or 4 a.m. Depends on what you like and what you, or, you know, when your stitching time is. So that's the things that you can configure within the app. To get back to your markup, you just tap on your screen and you're back. So with that, I'm going to do a little stitching for you and show you how it works. That was just a very quick overview. After each stitching session, I would advise to use this little icon right here and save your work. And you just tap on it and it will say markup is saved. Because if you don't, sometimes it will not save it from one session to the next. On the screen where you import, which you import very much like you do in Pattern Keeper, you can also export this. Say I have it on my iPad, but I'm going away for the day. I don't want to take my iPad because my iPad Pro is a little big. And this also will work on my iPhone. So I want to put it on my iPhone while I am away. So I will then upload this to Dropbox. I'll take my iPhone and, well, let me go, but it's going to take a little bit when I want to reopen this again. Okay, so let me go back to the main screen. Okay. See, I have a bunch of stuff in here. So, okay. We'll use the autumn. Okay, this one. There's 3 dots down here. You click on the 3 dots and you get this screen. This project category, there are categories up here where it's I just have the chart, I have the chart kitted, I'm currently working on the chart, so you can place them in the appropriate category. Now, if I want to just save my work, I can also do that from here, as well as the disk back on the page of when the app is open. Oh, I changed my mind, so I'm going to cancel it. Oh, I really don't like working on this chart anymore. I'm gonna, put it in the pile of UFOs, and you want to delete it from your tablet. Just in case you want to go back to it, I would save it somewhere first. I would export it somewhere first so that you have it, but you could delete it from here so that this doesn't get so cluttered. But to export, you just tap on the export. See the wheels go round and round. Oh, can you tell I have little kids? The wheels on the bus go round and round. I can't sing either. So this is going to export. This is going to collect all the data. It takes a little bit. It's not quite as fast. Geez, and I hardly had any marks in it. I wonder if he's stuck. Okay, it's acting like it's a little stuck. Shouldn't take that long because I'm going to cancel it. Oh, maybe I can't. Okay, canceled it. Okay, I'm going to load it again. But that's the idea. You export it, save it to Dropbox, then you can import it on your phone. Not responding. Okay, have to close it. Happens once in a while. See, always when you want to show something to someone, there's kerfluffles. Okay, we're back at this page. If you want to add a project, you just go down here to add your project. You'll get, oh, see, you'll get restore backup. That's where you exported it. You can bring it into either your iPhone after you saved it from your iPad, or you move it around. You can get a camera, you can import image files or save photos, you can get a PDF, and you can add a new project. So, okay, that's the add a new project. So you can click on PDF, go to your Dropbox or Google Drive or wherever you have it saved, and that will import it. So I'm going to reopen my Autumn. And hopefully it's not going to make a fool of me. There we go. And we're back. Okay. So that's pretty much the gist of the software. So let's see. Oh, geez, we're already 20 minutes in. Let's do a little bit of stitching and see if we can finish this square. So what I'm going to do is hit my highlight button, which is in the middle. Come on, come on. Well, I hope this. Hit my highlight button. And then hit my symbol. There we go. Hit my symbol. I'm going to switch it to the markup, and I'm going to stitch the stitches that are now highlighted in yellow. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Got to put the glasses down. Oh my goodness, what do I have here? Okay. There we go. Pardon my bumping around here. I still have to find a way to make this a little bit more stable. I just have to go back to the way I was stitching before, that it didn't yooks around so much. Yooks. Now, isn't that a good Pennsylvania German? So I think what I'm going to do is just try and be bad and stitch with one hand and hold this still with the other. So pardon my jumping around here. Yeah, this design, oh my. It just, oh, honestly, it gave me the same feeling, the same thrill of, I need to unthread my needle. No, that's what happened. The same thrill of, oh my Lord, I need to stitch this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I need to stitch this beyond the shadow of a doubt. There is no, it gave me that same feeling that I got when I saw Stitcher's Retreat. And we all know how that turned out. So my plan is to take you on this trip with me to stitch it, to record my stitching. Maybe not all of it, but to do videos and record and have you all follow the journey. So this one is just the first of many. Will I talk on all of them? I'm going to be right up front with you and tell you probably not. There will be some that are talking, and there will be some that are music. Because, in all honesty, I will run out of things to talk about. So, that's going to be that. And take notice, I did not, as of yet, grid this fabric. I'm going to actually try Allison's Royal Rose, and if you don't know what that is, you can check out Royal Stitcher, Allison's YouTube, and she explains it. And my previous video, I also talked about it and explained it, so you can go back and watch that. So I'm going to try and say that maybe, just maybe, on this one, I don't need a grid. Now, I initially, when I first started this yesterday, was thinking, oh, I think I'm going to do diagonal. And that's why you see me going up here, because I've changed my mind and filling in what would have been on the diagonal. So I'm just going to work these stitches quickly and get myself back down to where I should be. And again, I'm sorry for all this bumping around. I like this idea. It's more comfortable, but I don't like the fact that it's so jumpy. It's hard for you folks to see. I mean, I don't like watching videos either where things are jumping all over the place. That's no fun. So I'm going to try to keep this, maybe at about 40 minutes or so. I don't want it to get too long. But I did want to give you the idea of how, or give you an idea how the Markup app works. Now, the one drawback, still the drawback that I do not like about Markup, but my understanding is that they are working on it, is it does not collate the pages, or it does not put all your pages together. So when you use this, you get just one page. So you have to work a page. Well, you don't have to, but it's easier to work a page at a time. Which, you know what, if I'm going to work in the columns, I really am okay with doing a page at a time. So let's mark off here what I did. So again, it works just like Pattern Keeper. You just take your stylus and go over the boxes that you stitched, and it makes them a bit darker. Okay. Oh, I didn't do these yet. I'm working with them now. Okay, so it darkens them up a bit, and then when you go say back to the magnifier, it will color them in. And it will color them in the color of the floss that it's supposed to be. So I'm not done with that symbol yet, so I'm going to highlight it again. Now here's where I could say to not show me the ones that are already stitched. So I could go, for example, back here into the settings, and down here where it said ignore marked cells, I can turn that on. And then you will see that I just get the highlight for the, well, how did I change that? I must have, here we go. So you'll only see the ones that you need to stitch yet. The ones that you've already stitched are no longer highlighted. I think I like that better because it gets too confusing. So with the exception of it doesn't put your pages together for you, I do like this app, and I think I'm going to use it for this chart and see how it goes. You know, if I get partway through or get a page or so done and decide I don't like it, it's easy enough to revert back to Pattern Keeper and say I've done a whole page. Well, that's not a big deal to enter into Pattern Keeper. You just, because you can mark a whole page off at a time in there, so it's pretty quick to put it in. Okay. So we just finished these. Oh, that's new. New to me. I didn't realize it did that. I think I'll let it set like this. And then oh no, wait. What did I do here? Do I have a thread part wrong? Why, yes, I do. This should be up. Oops. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm not going to use this anymore. Next time I will use my little Patoki stand and set that up. So while I have this threaded, we're just going to switch. And this is, oh no, I'm just going to repark it there. Okay, park it there. Okay. Speaking of Patoki stands, my floor stand is still in New York, waiting to be unloaded from the container and taken to customs. Now, it got there on the 22nd, so that's a week ago. And it hasn't moved in the last week. And believe me, I check it every day and sometimes several times a day to see if it's moved yet. Now, once it clears customs, it should be a pretty quick to be delivered, but We shall see. We shall see. I'm anxiously anticipating its arrival, but not much I can do about it, so just keep checking the tracking every day or several times a day. I'm going to finish these couple stitches here, and then I'm going to call it an end for today. They just called that my husband's car, our Trailblazer, can be picked up. It was in for inspection, and we need to go pick that up. I hope you can, oh yeah, sorry for the hammering. The next door neighbors are having a roof put on. So they're hammering away today. Okay, and I will park this here. So I hope that gives you an idea of, let's mark these off. This one, these, and these three. So I hope that gives you an idea of Markup XP. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm kind of thinking I might like it. So we'll see how it goes. And I will report back the next time. Well, we'll probably use it again the next time. So we'll see how this journey goes. And hopefully I'll have a little bit more done until I see you, and we will take this journey together. So with that, I'm going to say bye for now. I will see you in my next video. And remember, the only rules in cross stitch are the ones you make for yourself. Hey, hon. Oh, you went out again?